Lockdown day 9, and this is where I fell over yesterday. Today I'm wearing my favourite hat. Kennedy Space Centre, NASA, science and shit. Last night at 8 o'clock the whole nation came together again to applaud the hard work being done by our excellent NHS. Well, the whole nation except for my lazy drug addict neighbours who spend their entire time either smoking cannabis or producing more fucking children. As much as I don't blame the neighbours' kids for their parents, they are forever kicking balls over the fence into my garden. And I don't want to be picking them up because children are basically mobile biological weapons factories. So I found a way to stop them coming into my garden. As the days seem to blur from one into the other, it's important to practice effective time management. So whilst the kettle's boiling, I'm going to take some shots and scare the shit out of my neighbours. There you go, 4 shots fired, all 4 cans down. That's the exit wound. That should put kids off coming into my garden. A lot of places are now being more harsh with the movement of children. My local corner shop has banned them completely. And if you're out taking your one form of exercise a day, please control thine spawn. Keep your bloody crotch fruit away from the elderly and the vulnerable. So during the lockdown, I've been watching a bit of daytime television. This is TV usually reserved for the unemployed and the retired, and it has to appeal to the lowest possible denominator in society. Today I watched Loose Women, a group of washed up has-beens talking about nothing. Stacey Solomon is proof you can be thick as shit and get a lucrative TV career. When she goes for a crap in the morning, the bacteria that comes out of her arse is more intelligent than what goes on in her brain. And worse than that, they're showing repeats. So the news stories are all 6 months old, and the competitions you can't enter. They've already been won. Surely, ITV, someone can edit the fucking programme to take that bit out. On one of the topics of conversation today, what is your spirit age? Well, I'm 42 years old, so I'm going to say my spirit age is also 42 years old. Yes, I can be childlike or I can be very mature, but I understand basic psychology. Anyone who says they are being spiritual about anything, including their age, is usually an attention-seeking fucktard. I've also learned just because you're going through the menopause doesn't mean you should cancel your smear tests. That's useful for me to know. And then there's the advertising on daytime TV. One I saw today was from Visit Wales. Visit Wales? I can't visit the end of my fucking street. If I drive towards the Welsh border, the Druids will start taking pot shots at me. I watched an advert with kids playing football. Now, does that fit the current climate? What they need to do is re-edit that video so at the end, the police turn up and fine every parent 650 quid. Clairvoyants, fortune tellers, astrologers, all these people who claim to be able to see into the future, which they can't because every one of them is a fucking charlatan. Their job must be quite easy at the moment. Imagine today's horoscope. For the foreseeable future, you'll be sat at home doing sod all. Some good news is that the new Nightingale Hospital has opened today at the Excel Centre. That's a hospital that's been built in just 9 days. It usually takes me longer than that to get an appointment with my GP, which shows how underfunded the NHS usually is. The hospital was opened via video link by Prince Charles. And something I've loved seeing on social media is the amount of outrage that he was tested for coronavirus. People asking, why was Prince Charles tested and not me? The answer to that is quite simple. Prince Charles is first in line to the throne, whereas the people complaining tend to be the type of persons who sit at home posting results of quizzes they've taken on Facebook, the tap-to-play ones that show they're 940% trustworthy and look 150% like Scarlett Johansson. Although for that to be true, Scarlett Johansson would have to be in quite a serious car accident, put on 5 stone and have 7 kids by 7 different blokes. But once again, let's try and see the positives. It is a beautiful spring day. The sun is shining, the birds are singing. That noisy cunt over there is mowing his lawn. As ever, stay safe, stay sane and support the NHS. So as ever, stay safe. Swallowed a bug.